All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Mataji, Prabhuji is on the call, so are we ready for the recording? Hare Krishna, Mataji. Rupini Padma.
I think it's being recorded. I got the message on the screen.
Oh, okay. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you
I
so
was on the
much.
other screen and I was muted. So yeah, it is getting recorded.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you so much for joining everyday Harinam Japa group for chanting and for Bhagavatam class. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Yugal Kishore Prabhuji joining us from Detroit. Prabhu is going to enlighten us on Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 8, Verse 22. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, whenever you are ready, you may take over the call. Thank you so much.
ज्ञानातिमृन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति शुभदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं श्रीकृष्णकरुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्ता राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी श्रवानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवसति गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। कम करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघायते गिरिमितुरपातमं वन्दे श्रीगुरुनन्दनतारण परमानंद माधव श्री चैतन्येश्वर। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नाम्ने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारणे विशेषण्योदि पश्चात देशतार। क्वचिच्चिरायुर्नहि शीलमङ्गलं क्वचित् तदप्यस्ति न वेद्यमायुषः यत्रो भयं कुत्र च सोऽप्यमङ्गल सुमङ्गलः कश्चन काङ्क्षते हि माम्। Translation: Some may have longevity but have not have auspiciousness or good behavior. Someone may have both auspiciousness and good behavior, but the duration of his life is not fixed. Although such demigods as Lord Shiva have eternal life, they have inauspicious habits like living in crematoriums. And even if others are well qualified in all respects, they are not devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There is no purport, so we go to the next verse. Sukadeva Goswami continued, in this way, after full deliberation, the goddess of fortune accepted Mukunda as her husband because, although he is independent and not in want of her, he possesses all transcendental qualities and mystic powers and is therefore the most desirable. Purport: the Supreme Personality of Godhead Mukunda is self-sufficient. Since he is fully independent, he is not in want of the support or association of Lakshmi Devi. Nonetheless, Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune, accepted him as her husband. Hare Krishna. So, I neither have any qualification nor do have any realization. I seek blessings of everyone in the call so that whatever I heard in the past, I just repeat as it is. And this is actually Samudramantan pastime. And so when we try to do something, we try to get results. You know, we may not get the desired results in the beginning. Problems may come. But this episode says, and don't give it up. Or sometimes negative results come. Or sometimes distractions come. Don't give it up. You know? So what happened? They were all churning and the poison came. They are all looking for a long life and they are looking for nectar. But what came out? Poison came. Sense enjoyment in this world appears, for a few moments very interesting and very loving and amazing. We enjoy. But Parinamam Vishmeva, Bhagavad Gita says. So end result is poison. Because sense enjoyment keeps us in the cycle of birth and death. Some sense enjoyment, are trying to enjoy the senses, makes us believe we are this body, which we are not. But instead, the tapasya, doing austerity and other similar things, they don't pay any fruit. Patiently you push, you continue. Then what happens? If we continue with all the obstacles coming in our path, we'll go back to God actually. So coming back to today's conversation, today's verse. So the Supreme Lord told them, poison came and Lord Shiva accepted everything. Lord Shiva accepted the poison. That's why he became Garlakanta, Neelakanta. So Kalakanta also. Then after that they kept on churning and Vishnu warned them, hey, many products will come, don't be attached. Because end result is not this product, end result is nectar. Then what happened? They started churning and Lakshmi, she came. She is exceptionally beautiful and very opulent. Then everyone wanted to, marry her actually. But then she watched everyone. Like naturally, right? You try to choose the best. Especially in marriages, that's what happens. So you look for the best person. Likewise, she started looking. And then she started analyzing. Everyone wanted to, so because her beauty was so stunning, everyone wanted to claim her by hand. In other words, everyone wanted to marry her. So she started analyzing. Some may live very long time, but they don't have good behavior. Some are very auspicious and good behavior, but they don't have long life. Shiva, of course, is eternal, but he has, sometimes he applies his ashes on his body from crematorium, cremation ground. Some people are very, very well qualified, but they're not devotees. Hare Krishna. The simple point is, in this world, everyone is in three modes. What is the problem of this world? Everyone wants to enjoy senses. Everyone, identifies with his body or her body. So, whomever, whatever the, she was looking for a right person. She couldn't find. Hare Krishna. Then she came to Krishna. Krishna's expansion, Narayan, Vishnu. His name is also Mukunda. The giver of mukti. So very interesting thing is, everyone is trying to impress her, but one person is not impressing her. Trying to appease her. One person is not doing. Who is that? Narayan, Vishnu. Supreme Lord, Lord Chaitanya during the conversations, he conversed with Sarvam Bhattacharya about the Atmarama verse. There is a verse in first canto Srimad Bhagavatam, Atmaramascha munayo nirgrandapi urukrame kurvanta hetikam bhaktim ittam bhuta gano hari. So Supreme Lord is self-satisfied, Krishna is self-satisfied. Atmarama, he attracts even the liberated souls. That is the beauty with Krishna's, beauty with Krishna's beauty. How do I present? Everyone is looking for her, trying to catch her glance. But one person is not doing. Why? He is self-satisfied, Atmarama. He always enjoys with his, he is situated in his internal potency. He is a reservoir of pleasure. That's why he is called Rama. He is a source of happiness. Naturally, Lakshmi Devi, she has opulences. End of the day, you have opulences, but what do you look for? I have a question for all of you. You want money or you want happiness? There are people, they want have money, but they don't want happiness. Because they think having money is happiness. No. Why people want money? They want to spend the money with loved ones. I'm sure you all agree. Do you agree?
Yes, Prabhuji.
When you have money, what will you do with the money? So, money you spend with the loved ones. For example, you have money but you are alone. You don't have any family, nothing. Then what happens? You will eat 100 gulab jamuns every day and you will feel happy? No. People want to acquire money so that they can spend with their loved ones. In other words, happiness comes from service. Happiness is not a product available in the Walmart or Target. The long weekend, this Thanksgiving weekend, Black Friday came and left. Many people purchased many items. How much happy are they now? We purchased all these things. I am happy now. Happiness is not a product available in the stores. Happiness is state of consciousness. Krishna is this is Rama. Lakshmi Devi name is Rama. But Krishna is Rama. Reservoir of pleasure. Ramante yogino nanta satyananda chidatmane iti Rama pade naso parabrahma vidiyate. We are all Brahma, spirit souls. But Krishna is Parabrahma. Supreme Brahman. So, he is because he is the reservoir of pleasures, all the yogis take his shelter. So, even if you have money, you will not be happy. You should approach in the reservoir of pleasure, God, Krishna, or his Vishnu Tattva, so that there is a value to whatever you have. Prabhupada said, your PhD and your money, your bank account, everything, all beauty, everything is zero. One day they'll end. Nothing will come with us anyway. But if we become Krishna conscious, if you add Krishna to that, then Prabhupada said that Krishna is like 1. If you add 1 before all the zeros, then it has value. 5 zeros, 100,000. 6 zeros, 10 lakhs. So the point is, so that's why what she did. See, he's not in want of her. That's a very interesting thing. Will you marry somebody who doesn't need you, doesn't look for you? Huh? And on the top of it, there are so many people waiting. She felt it's better to marry somebody who is perfect in himself, though he is not in need of me, rather than going for somebody who is not perfect. Amazing. So the point is, what is that? Take shelter of the supreme absolute truth. Is the ultimate shelter. Bhagavatam 9 subject speaks of liberation, but 10 subject speaks of asraya tattva. Everyone is looking for the shelter, everyone is looking for the glance of Lakshmi ji, but Lakshmi is looking to take, even though Narayana is not looking for, Krishna is not looking for her, she occupied his chest. So, what is it? He's not in need of her, but still, because of his good qualities, ocean of good qualities, the ocean of perfection, she took his shelter. What is, so actually, when she was looking for the spouse, Supreme Lord exhibited the renunciation. What are the 6 appliances he had? Aishwaryasya samagrasya viryasya yashasasriya jnana vairagyasya sannambhagiti gana. Supreme Lord has is the richest. Aishwarya, virya, strength, sriya, beauty, yash, fame, and he has knowledge and renunciation. So he exhibits the last one. Everyone is trying to get her glimpse, everyone trying to attract her, but Supreme Lord is just standing there. No. So Lakshmi by nature is chanchala, flickering, unsteady. But Prabhupada writes, if you worship Narayan, worship Krishna, then she stays with you. In fact, if you look for only Lakshmi but not Narayan, the Lakshmi that comes to our home is not Lakshmi, Durga. Means that money will create trouble. It's very important to understand. Many people don't know that. Any money that's coming and we don't utilize in Krishna service, that money is not Lakshmi, that money is Durga. Everything is destroyed. I told this once. Rishikesh Mahatlal would tell his father, Arand Mahatlal, when Lakshmi is coming to my home, I ask her, wait, don't come, stop. Mother, are you coming to my home the way you are entering Ayodhya, or are you coming to my home the way you are entering Lanka? If you are entering Lanka, don't come. Because she entered Lanka and everything is destroyed. But she entered Ayodhya, everything flourished. That is Lakshmi. That is Lakshmi actually. No? So, yeah. In fact, Lakshmiji's presence is not adding beauty to the Lord, but because she has occupied the chest of the Lord, she became beautiful. So, Prabhupada writes, she is Chanchala, but anybody worships Krishna or Narayan, though she is Chanchal, she doesn't leave Narayan at all. In other words, if we worship Narayan, the opulence that comes to us is actually, it stays, Prabhupada says. It stays. Why? She does not leave Narayan at all. Hare Krishna. So, Lord Chaitanya quoted, Sarvam Bhattacharya, when he asked the meaning of this verse, Atmaram verse, Lord Chaitanya said, you speak first. He spoke 9 different ways explaining this Atmaram verse. Lord Chaitanya said, you are really Brahaspati. Wow, amazing. It's not easy for an ordinary person to speak like this. You are really exalted. Sarvam Bhattacharya said, you speak now. Lord Chaitanya, without touching even, touching the explanations of Sarvam Bhattacharya, Lord Chaitanya spoke 18 different ways. Wow. Then Sarvam Bhattacharya understood, oh, you are Krishna, my Lord. No ordinary human being can explain like this. Then later Sanatana Goswami, he asked Lord Chaitanya, my Lord, I heard in the home of Sarvam Bhattacharya, when asked by Sarvam Bhattacharya, you spoke 18 different ways of Atmara verse. I want to hear now. Lord Chaitanya spoke 61 different ways of Atmara verse. Wow. Supreme Lord is Atmarama, self-satisfied. That's why Rama also wants the shelter of Rama. Rama wants the shelter of Rama. So money doesn't give happiness. Krishna's worship gives you happiness. What is that? That's why, and what is that? That verse is there. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita is there. Dushkaram sukaram vivet vispriti epritansyam Sri Chaitanya kadachit smriti yasmin dushkaram sukaram vivet vispriti epritansyam Sri Chaitanya namamitam. My Lord, if your mercy is there, all the, what are the most difficult things, they become very easy. But if your mercy is not there, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all easy things will become difficult. Kadachit smriti yasmin dushkaram sukaram bhavet vispriti pritansyam Sri Chaitanya namamitam. And what is the problem of this world? Mind. Kumanas sumanastam hi yati yajñapatapjo sumanorpana matrena Sri Chaitanya pradam bhaje. If you have a bad mind, kuman. You want to make it a good mind, suman. Man means mind. So you want to make your bad mind as a good mind? Just offer one flower to Sumano Arpana Matrena. Krishnadas Karaj Goswami, his grip on Sanskrit is amazing. Suman means good mind, Suman also means flower. Sumano Arpana Matrena Sri Chaitanya Prabhu Bhaje. By offering one flower to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, your bad mind will become good mind, your good fortune opens. Why? Lakshmiji lives on the chest of Lord Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya. If you all think it's not a waste of time, we all look for glance. Can I tell a small story? Lakshmiji's thing. So Vamandev was going to Bali Maharaj. Vamandev was going to see Bali Maharaj, but he knew. Now he knew he'll take everything from Bali Maharaj. But Lakshmiji is on his chest. So what he did, if Lakshmi is unjust, and if she looks at Vaman, Bali Maharaj, then everything will be spoiled. This is mother. Mother means she gives mercy, just like that. And I am going to take him, I take everything from him. So what he did, he always wear chadar. How do you know? So he wore chadar in such a way he covered Lakshmi. Instead of wearing chadar on this side, he wore chadar on this side. And he covered Lakshmi ji. Then he asked, okay, Balmara said, what do you want? I want 3 steps. Oh, all right, 3 steps only, take it. That's it, he took everything. He covered the entire universe. And said in first step, he covered the top higher planet systems. Second step, he covered the bottom, the lower planet systems. And he said, what about the third step? Balmara said, my lord, put it on my head. I fully surrendered. Means, now Supreme Lord took everything from him. Now he'll give this to Devatas. So, but Bali poured water, when he was giving charity, Bali wanted to pour water in his hands. That's how the charity is completed, right? Lakshmi thought, Arey, who is that great personality? My husband's hand is going down and his hand is higher. I want to see him. What she did, she opened his chadar and she looked at him. That's it. The mercy flowed. Immediately Vaman, though he took everything, he said, no, all right. You go to Sutala planet and next Indra you'll be next, you'll be the next Indra. And, in Sutala planet, I will be your gatekeeper. Done, all the mercy is coming. Why? He got the mercy of a goddess of fortune, Lakshmi ji. So that's why, we need, in Sri Sampradaya, they have a very nice thing, You all know, what is that? Narayan, Vishnu, Balaji, who stands side by side, Sri Devi, Bhudevi. These two mothers, they sit next to him, right? So then this is how they interpret, how they say. One devotee comes, and the Supreme Lord Balaji sees him. Abba, you're coming again. Every time you come, you're with more impurity. You feel still lusty, greedy, envious. You're using me just to, to pursue your business. But your impurity is not going down. You don't realize time is running out and I want you to become service. I want to become serious in service. But that's not, but you're, of course, you're looking for gifts. Give me money. But you need to apply. We need to just give me 1 minute, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm back. So what is that? No, we need that mercy. No, sorry, this Balaji, the Sri, this person is coming. This person is coming and he's filled with all impurities. This is how they speak, actually, I'm just repeating. He asks Sri Devi, means Lakshmi ji, should I give him my mercy? He's coming and he's going to pray now, but he'll take all the lists out, first list, second list, third list. For the little donation he puts in the hundi, he'll ask me all his boons. Should I give his mercy? And every time I come, I see him, his heart is filled, his impurities are increasing. But still, do you think I should give his mercy? I should give him my mercy. Sri Devi says, mother, right? She says, my lord, though he is with all the impurities, just because he has come to your shelter, you should give his mercy. Wow. Narayan, Lakshmi, Vishnu, Balaji didn't like it. So he turned and looked at Bhudevi, another consort. What do you think? I should give her mercy? Lakshmi ji is telling I should give mercy. So, what do you say? Bhudevi said, I disagree with her. Ah, you disagree with her? Amazing. Tell me, what do you disagree? My lord, the fact that he is here means he has no impurity at all. Even the impurities are, they may be apparently visible, but he has come to you for the grace means, he is purified of everything. He is fully pure. So you should give your mercy. Sraba. Lakshmi ji is giving mercy. Bhudevi is telling you mercy. Then Balaji, what he will do? He'll give. So we need advocates. We need lawyers for us. That's why it's saying, Krishna gives and forgives. We get and forget. We shouldn't do that. So Radharani, Govindanandini Radha, Govinda Mohini, Govinda Sarvasva, Sarvakanta Siromani. She gives that mercy. She's mother of the universe, goddess of devotion. Lakshmi is goddess of fortune. Lakshmi ji is Radharani's expansion. So if we take shelter of Radharani, she recommends. Anyone Radharani recommends, Krishna doesn't say no. So the point is, what is that? Sarva Yonisha Konteya Murteya Sambhavanteya Tasham Brahmahandyanir Aham Bija Pradapita. Krishna is telling I am seed giving father. So he's seed giving father. Lakshmi ji is the mother. Mother of course, she is the goddess of fortune. Expansion of Radharani is goddess of devotion. They are mothers only. So we need their mercy. The perfect mother, the perfect father. But again, there's one problem with the father and mother conception. Prabhupada writes. What is that? You always want to take from them only. We don't want to do any service. So devotee means he doesn't want anything from Krishna. We just want to serve. Why Krishna loves gopis so much? Na pareyaham niravadya samyujam swazazu krityam vibhudayu sapiva. So Krishna is telling, I don't have anything to give you. Gopis, be happy for your austerities. Wow. Krishna is telling, I don't have anything to give you. I have a question for all of you. You can unmute and speak if you want to. You go to Bill Gates and Bill Gates says, I don't have any money. He's cheating. Why Krishna is telling this famous verse, Na pareyaham, I don't have anything to give you to gopis? What does it mean? Why Krishna is telling like that? You can answer.
Prabhuji, because the gopis, have done so much for Krishna that he cannot, their devotion is so high that he cannot kind of repay back in that sense.
Okay. Anybody else?
Prabhu Krishna is always longing for one thing, and that is love from gopis, which no one possesses. So that could be because Krishna has everything, all the opulence, but the love that gopis have for him in his heart, that is something Krishna is also longing for. So
But why Krishna is telling, I don't have anything to give you? Krishna is like full with everything. He has unlimited energies. And Krishna is infinite. Huh?
Prabhuji, maybe because in front of Gopi's love, all these things are nothing. Because they don't long for that.
Okay.
Also, like we hear the Katha when Krishna had a headache. So the gopis didn't care what karma they will get. They just wanted to selflessly serve. So that's the kind of love Krishna is looking for. And for that, they say like when you are very advanced in bhakti, then Krishna will self himself. He can, in the sense that वो जितना भी करेंगे वो कृष्णा को पता है हम कम ही वो तो पूरी तरह ही मेरे पे सरेंडर्ड है like that.
And Prabhu, one more thought comes in that when one has love for Krishna, they don't need anything from this material world. Like whatever opulences there are, they have, like they don't carry any weightage in front of having love for Krishna.
Exactly. All the answers are perfect. The simple answer is they don't want anything from Krishna. That's it. They don't need anything actually. So though Krishna is Atmarama, Krishna is also Pararama. Krishna depends on our love. Love means selfless. So they don't need anything from Krishna actually. And what will you give? They don't need to look for jewelry or anything. They don't need anything. Okay, Krishna, okay, your darshan, okay, you come, great. If you don't come, that's great. We don't want to pressure you. Wow. That's why Krishna said, I don't have anything to give. I mean, all your answers are great. So the point is, bhakti attracts Krishna. Attracts all attractive. Akarshayati iti Krishna. Krishna means he attracts everyone. He attracts everything. But bhakti attracts Krishna also. Krishna Karshani, that the Rupa Goswami mentions in Nectar Devotion. One of the qualities of bhakti is Krishna Karshani. It attracts Krishna. Why? You don't need anything, but why Krishna is like so subservient? Yasoda's love. Nanda Maharaj's love, Radharani is love, and Vrajavas is love. They are selfless. They don't need anything. They don't come with lists. And Mataji said, we are all praying to avoid going to hell, but they want to go to hell eternally to relieve Krishna's few minutes headache. Many times I say this. If you have philosophy higher than this, go there. But this is the highest, you stay here and become serious. So these are the few thoughts that came to my mind, and any question or comment.
Prabhuji, one question. Does gopis really exist, or it was just a myth which Krishna has done to the world to show that love is eternal?
Prabhuji, gopis exist. Hare Krishna. So gopis exist. Gopis love for Krishna exists. Actually, no, there are so many gopis. Sritichari gopis, Munichari gopis, Sanchari gopis. One I can give an example. Summer, what is that? When Krishna Ramchandra was performing his Leela in Dandakaranya, it was walking so beautifully. So he was walking like a lion actually. And the hair, he tied his hair into, he put a knot around his head, and that's how he tied his hair. And he was walking so beautifully. And all the sages of Dandakaranya, what they did, they approached the Lord and said, my Lord, please, we want to serve you in conjugal love. And then Lord Ram said, if Mother Sita hears this, you'll be reduced to ashes by her angry looks. So ab bhasma ho jayenge ab. But next time when I come as Krishna, that's possible. So this sages of Dandakaranya became gopis. And similarly Vedas personified, they also became gopis.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you. Any other question or comment?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavad Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for the wonderful class, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, about gopis and their love for Krishna, Gopis are like Vishnu Tattva itself, right? Like they are the topmost, and like Radharani is, of course, himself in the feminine form. But we aspire for the greatest love of Radharani, and hold that as the gold standard. But is it possible for Jiva to get to that level of conjugal love? Because we are like the marginal energy, and we are Baddha Jivas, and so since we are not even created with Swamsha, we are Vibhinamsha, is it even possible to get to that level of conjugal love?
Why not? I'm sorry, I muted, I didn't realize it. So why not? It's possible. But of course, we cannot realize, one same question was asked by one devotee actually. We cannot attain the state gopis attained. But conjugal love, we can attain it. It's there. But of course, it comes with a price though. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to give that, Krishna Prem. Freely. That is the glory of Lord Chaitanya. So we are in that moment where Krishna has come in the form of his Yugala Rupa. Radha and Krishna combined is, combination is the Lord Chaitanya. Radha Krishna Pranay Vikradara, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna nahi anya. Radha Krishna Pranay Vikradara, Akhladani Shakti Rasmad, Ekatmano, Abhibhupara, Deha Bhedo Gato, Sri Chaitanya Kyam Prakatavadana, Tadvayam Chakyam Aptam, Radha Bhava Solitam, Nomi Krishna Swarupam. He is Krishna, but Radha Bhava. He came in the mood of Radharani. Antah Gauram, Bahir Krishnam. External, internal, Bahir Gauram, Antah Krishnam, Bahir Gauram. He is internally Krishna, but externally is Lord Chaitanya. So it's possible he came to give that Krishna Prema to everyone freely. When he was in the Jharkhand forest, he gave it to animals. When he was going to South India, he gave Krishna Prema to whomever he came across. So we should worship Lord Chaitanya in the mood of servant. And of course, to get mercy Lord Chaitanya, you need to worship Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu is actually Krishna and Balram. So if you serve them, if you serve Krishna and Balram sincerely, then it's possible. Okay.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for the class. I know my voice is echoing. Yes, and I was just wondering, in the verse, it is written in the, you read two verses today, right? 22 and 23. In the 23, why is it mentioning that like um like Krishna is independent, like he didn't want to marry, it was only Lakshmi Devi. Generally in a marriage it's like consent from both. That's how we understand in the material world. But how do we understand this, that yes, we know all these qualities are there in Krishna, he's very independent, and all those things are there. But Prabhuji, we also have to understand one thing, that we so like for example, when we offer bhoga to Krishna, right? So like Krishna does not need our bhoga, he's giving everything to us only. So that way, one can think that Krishna is so self-sufficient, why do we need to offer, why we need to do this, why we need to do arti? That question can come in one's mind, especially like for a neophyte like myself. But I always need association of devotees to reinform myself, no, it's for my own purification, because I'm a jiva who needs so can you share something on this light, some thoughts, Prabhuji?
You already answered. Same question was asked to Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, Krishna is not looking for your bhoga, but if you offer bhoga, you will make progress. You said that in your question. So to make progress, we offer, but if you have that type of bhakti, Krishna will look for it, no doubt.
So Prabhuji, how do we make progress?
You make progress by offering bhoga,
Yes.
So But Krishna is not looking for, in the spiritual world, Lakshmi Sahasra Satsambhrama Sevyamanam Govinda Madhe Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So, hundreds and thousands of gopis are serving Krishna. They are pure devotees, Nitya Siddha devotees. They are serving Krishna. So, Krishna is not looking for our purpose is this. Krishna is not looking for our bhoga. But if we, what is that? Krishna, gopis meet Krishna in Kurukshetra. Now Krishna says, your love for me, you have achieved that love. You should know. Actually, if we develop love for Krishna, that'll make us eternal. So, what is Lord Chaitanya's contribution? Just to develop love for Krishna and start feeling separation from Krishna, you'll become free from cycle of birth and death. You'll become free from the clutches of Maya. That is the easiest way. So, when we offer bhoga to Krishna, that is good for us. Krishna is longing for our bhoga, but because you're offering with love, he'll accept it. Krishna doesn't want to marry Lakshmi ji, but Lakshmi ji is coming and, my lord, I'll serve you. Okay, you want to serve me? No, that's fine. But I want to serve you in a conjugal way. Alright, I'll deal with you conjugal way. Ye yatama prapadyante tam stadeva bhajamyaham. The way you approach Krishna, he'll reciprocate with you in that way. You approach him as, okay, my lord, I'll become your, what is that? I want to, you become my master. I'll become your servant. Definitely I'll become your master. Then you say, no, my lord, I'll become your friend. You become my friend. Of course I'll become your friend. Then I said, no, my lord, I'll become your, your mother and you become my son. Krishna says, definitely I'll become your son. Or you say, you approach Krishna in the mood of conjugal love. Krishna will reciprocate with you in the conjugal love. So Krishna is self-satisfied. He doesn't need anything. But if the way you approach, he'll reciprocate with you that way. So Prabhupada says Krishna is not looking for all this impure thing, but if you that's why if you say with what is it, that verse patram pushpam phalam toyam yamehe bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti pahrutam. The word bhakti has come twice. What is very important in bhakti? Not the ingredient, not just ingredients, bhakti. For example, your guests come to your home or your husband comes to your home. I made so many items, eat it. I'm tired, I'll go sleep. Nobody will eat. Or people come to the party, you tell them, you all come to the party, thank you. Eat shamelessly. We made so many items. Nobody will eat. But if you say, no, please come, thank you very much for coming, we are waiting for you, please, we are honored, So this party is arranged only for your, so we arrange it so that you'll come. Please come and take prasad. So everyone will come because there is some love, some exhibition of love. So that bhakti, 2 times it is repeating in Patram Pushpam Phalantoyam. So if you offer with love, then only Krishna will take. Then only Krishna will come and steal. Otherwise Krishna doesn't need. Are you understanding?
Prabhuji, thank you so much. Like, it reminded me that we should offer bhoga, not just ke aise offer kiya, but with love and with devotion. That Krishna, you've given us everything. Please take little bit we can cook and be at your seva. Thank you so much for the wonderful answer. Very encouraging. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very
Hare
much.
Krishna. Thank you so much for such a wonderful class, Prabhu, and for speaking on the love that needs to be there with whatever we do. We need to offer everything with love. Prabhu, my question is about sometimes what we see is uh, after, like, even with sometimes with devotees, after some time, because of whatever experiences people have, they start blaspheming devotees or the organization. How should be our approach with them? How should our dealings be with them? If you could just shed some light on that aspect, that would be very helpful.
In between, and I just missed it. You said whom, how should we deal with whom, what is their behavior? Can you repeat again if you don't mind? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
so sometimes with devotees, non-devotees, but I would be stressing more on devotees, like being in devotee circles. Sometimes we see that people, they are engaged in devotional services and then they just go astray for whatever reason, and they start blaspheming senior devotees, or they, like, the love that should be there has turned into a completely different um, kind of expression now. But being on receiving end, how should our dealings be with such devotees? Like, yeah.
Got it. Thank you. So first thing is, earlier they were devotees, but now what happened? For some reasons Maya attacked them, and they become very critical of senior devotees, critical of the temple. You know, respect them from distance. That is the safest answer. Respect them from distance, because if you go, maybe they'll slap you also. If you try to bring them, you have to hear the blasphemy of other devotees. So what? Pray for them, and respect them from distance, but don't criticize them. Don't spread rumor. So they are like this, they are like this. If you're in management, that's a different position. If not in management, you should tell their behavior up to management. Update them, and they will take care of it. But you have some compassion. You have some affinity, affection for them. Give them prasad. And pray for them. But again, you need to have qualification. You need to be strong also, because when you go there to bring them back, then what happens is they start again speaking. All the blasphemy you have to listen. You should have the strength not to act on them. Otherwise, what happens? Whatever they tell, if you purchase, then eventually your bhakti will be affected. So you have to be a little careful though. So, but again, they have done some service in the past. And naturally, Krishna loves everyone. So because they have gone astray, and because of their offenses, they're away from temple and devotees. We should either, if we have the ability and strength, we should try to bring them back. If you cannot do that, then respect them from distance. Or if you tell management, somebody senior who can bring them back, correct them. These are the few ways actually coming to my mind. What do you think?
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Anything else? Anyone else?
Prabhuji, when some devotee do kutinati kind of thing, and again they do, and we think like, okay, they are calling us for kirtan program, so we should go, and they are helping. They need our help in services. Then we also go, but again and again they do like some kind of this, like, okay, those who are in theory, or those who are leader in any field, so they just go to please them and just misbehave with other devotees again and again. So what we should do, how we should tackle this situation, Prabhuji?
You're telling, kutinati they are doing again and again and again. Actually, similar question, more or less. Amma, if they are still devotees practicing there in the community, but they're critical, manipulative, respect them from distance. Don't lose respect because they're chanting. So especially you have to deal with them. Okay, if you're a family member, that's a different thing. If they're in the community and you deal with them when you go to temple, okay, this is the thing. Krishna has given you intelligence. So Krishna has given you intelligence. It's very easy to understand in 1-2 interactions about others. So what you do is you draw lines. And we have nectar of instruction class. Kanishtadikari, Madhyamadikari, Uttamadikari. Kanishtadikari means he'll deal with the deities only. Archaya me hare, pujaya yad shraddhayanvita, Madad Bhakti Chanishan, Ye Bhakta Prakrta Smrita. So he sees Krishna in the deity only, but he doesn't know, he or she doesn't know how to deal with devotees. He's a Kanishtadhikari. But Madhyamadhikari means Premaiti Krupa Peksha. So his goal of life is, I want to go back to Godhead. I want to attain the love of God. He or she finds serious devotees and he makes friendship with them. And now coming to your question, apeksha, when he sees envious, he avoids them, ignores them. Krupa, when somebody is sincere and you give them Prabhu, chant one round, it will help you. So this is Madhyamadhikari. So my point to you, so in your 220 interactions, you'll understand their nature. So draw lines. Draw lines, and they are devotees, okay, different levels. Don't we have impurities? We are a ocean of impurities. But devotees are dealing with us, right? Yes. So we should also deal with them. But carefully. If you are not very advanced, better to draw lines. Draw lines, and again and again you should not listen aparadh from their mouths. Then you will be affected. So draw lines, and how are you, Prabhu? How is sadhana? How is your job going on? Fine. Thank you very much. We'll go. That's it. Means keep the relation, but very minimal. And again, respecting them from distance as much as possible. Does it answer your question?
Yeah, Prabhuji, and along with that, like drawing line means what? When they are calling us for their program, like once in a while, like sometime they will call everybody, but leave one or two devotees family, and again they will call because nobody is coming, and they will call the other devotee. So how we should behave? Like,
Answer is very simple. Answer is very simple. If they are blasphemous, they're blasphemous towards devotees, and their conclusions are not clear, and as I said, Kanishta Adhikaris, then you can give some excuse and avoid. Usually when you go to programs, what happens is, before and after, the prasad and all, So, let me tell you, Madhyamadhikari means your goal is very clear. Time is very important. We don't have so much time left. Time is running out. So, we cannot. So, of course, different people progress in different timelines. Hopefully they'll become better. But I cannot put my bhakti at stake. I am not on that level to deliver them. I am not a guru or anything, So simple thing is drawing lines means keep your connection simple, as little as possible, So if you totally avoid, they think you are angry with them. So talk to them and give some excuse, and basically what I am trying to tell is you should protect your bhakti, Amma.
Yeah.
That is very important. At the same time, many times I said, somebody is criticizing, you don't criticize others. But they criticize you, that's okay. Some bad karma is going this way, you should think. But first thing is we have to protect our bhakti. Very important. Second thing, if you can help them, sometimes somebody is drowning, if you stretch your hand, they'll pull you inside, and if you don't know how to swim and rescue, you will die also. So likewise, if you don't know how to swim, you call for some god and tell them, they are drowning, you help them. But you wait on the shore if you don't know how to swim. So first thing, we have to protect our bhakti. That's why it's very important to set an example in the community. Then eventually what happens? The pure goal should be pure bhakti, not like loose bhakti, or mixed bhakti. Okay.
Yeah, and I have one more question, sorry, Prabhuji. Like when those devotees, they are having a very close association of very advanced and senior devotees, and after that also they behave, and we feel like is it wrong to think like they are having this very good association, very advanced devotee association, and after that also they are doing like this, and we feel like the advanced devotee doesn't know how they are behaving with other devotees. So such type of feeling is bad if we have in our mind.
Nice question. Amma, advanced devotees, they give mercy to everyone. You know, sun gives light to everyone. But how much you want to take the sunlight into your heart, into your home, into your heart, that's up to you. You know, so it's not easy. You cannot make progress tomorrow in one day. So first thing, one should have a strong desire to make progress. You know, so for that one has to. That's why there should be training. You know, training means I give you give training to everyone, but a person who is coming to take training should have a strong desire to change. You know, strong desire to change. Let me tell you one thing. Tomorrow onwards, you want to get up at 3 o'clock? It's not possible. It's not easy. You have to put the alarm for at least few years to get up at 3 o'clock. Even though it's very good thing, you cannot take it overnight. You cannot accept it overnight. It takes time. So, actually, if I'm right, senior devotees, they have an idea. But what they do, they continuously give the association with the hope one day they will change. Balrama, let me tell you, Vidur was giving association to Duryodhan. Vidur was giving association to Dhritarashtra. But you see, Dhritarashtra, yesterday only we finished Gita Jayanti. Amma last verse, first verse is Mamaka Pandavascheva. You know, what are my sons and Pandu's sons are doing? First verse itself problem. My sons and Pandu's sons. Mera tera. The kingdom belongs to Pandu actually. But why the problem started? Because my sons are different from Pandu's sons. But then last verse is what? Yatra Yogeswara Krishna Yatra Partha Dhanadhara Tatra Sri Vijayo Bhutri Divani Ter Matir Mama. Wherever Krishna is there and Arjuna is there, opulence is there, victory is there, morality is there. If any fool can understand this Bhagavad Gita, Sanjay is telling, wherever Krishna is there, Arjuna is there, their victory is there. Tatra Sri Vijaya. Means now you tell me, Mahabharata war, who will win? Still Dhritarashtra didn't change. In between you would ask. They won. Oh, he died. Wow, very nice, very nice. But the power of illusion, don't underestimate. Even if they were losing, even forget about Dhritarashtra, at least Dhritarashtra, Krishna showed his universal form when he came to Dhritarashtra's court. But Duryodhana always thought Krishna was a mystic, some magical guy. No, I also have so many magical guys on my side. If Krishna is that musician, I have another musicians also. That's how Maya works. He was continuously losing. But still Duryodhana didn't give it up. That's how Maya works. Never underestimate the power of Maya. Forget about others. In our life also. Maya is not easy. One has to be genuinely sincere. I'm using the comment. Sincere, genuinely sincere. Otherwise it's not easy. Mama, Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita, yesterday we were reading. Mamaya Duratiya. Mamaya Prabhadyanti Maya Medantarandite. Daiviya Shugadamai, Mamaya. Arjuna, this 3 modes of metal nature. Amma, it is not easy for me also. It's very difficult. So that's why one has to hold on to the feet of Guru and chant 16 rounds, follow 4 principles. Very important. I don't criticize anybody. I don't offend anybody. Criticism means I am better than you. If you talk about somebody, hey, he is criticizing about that person, means I don't criticize, means I am better than that person. For example, bad relationships in this, one person is going behind another woman in marriage. We talk about it. You know what it means? I am better than them. Of course, you are talking to caution everyone, that's a different thing. But usually, when some fall down happens, some sannyasi fell down, we talk about it. You know what it means? I don't fall down. Madhvacharya says, if we recollect that type of things, if you are not careful, we will fall down. So, criticism is not good. Okay, but somebody comes, you come to know, somebody tells you, that's okay. No, you just ignore it. That he's a devotee chanting rounds, he chanted. One day they'll change. I also have so many impurities. You understanding?
Yes, Prabhuji.
That's what I want to tell. So please forgive me if I've spoken anything wrong. But very grateful, and I'll end it.
Thank you so
Vancha
much.
kalpatarubhyascha kripasindhubhyascha pattanam cha anabhyaveshnebhyo
Vaishnavi
Oh, Namah.
Anantakota Vaishnava Shila Prabhupada. I'm ending. Thank
Srila
you.
Prabhupada. Jai. His Grace Yugal Kishore Prabhuji ki Jai.
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 Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.